Whether you prayed for it or tried to run from it, change is one thing that no one can escape. And so when it comes to 2026, my next guest says acceptance is the best way to navigate your new journey. Licensed marriage and family therapist supervisor Kathryn Thalken is here from Thrive and Shine Co. And she joins me to share so much more. Hello to you, Kathryn.
Hello.
So glad to have you here. Yes. I think this is a really thick part of the year, right? Yes. It's a hard time of year because we have all of these resolutions for ourselves and we want to do new things. And it just starts to feel heavy, right? And so sometimes that can be a good thing, though. Tell me why.
Yeah, so here's the thing, is that what we know with change is that our body recognizes first that a change is happening, regardless of the meaning behind it or the reason behind it, right? But some change can be really good, and of course some change we don't necessarily want to see or want to have, but it's really about recognizing that, hey, change is happening.
Yes. Okay, so tell me, why does pushing not creativity, but positivity, why does it create more tension at home, do you think, then?
So a lot of times when we think about things shifting, we think also that we just have to push our emotions down or we have to have them in a certain way, right? Oh, we need to be happy about this. Well, guess what? We may not be happy about it, right? Because routines have shifted, there's different schedules going on, different things are happening. And so we don't want to force the positivity. We want to take a step, take a second and say, you know what? We may have different emotions about this and that's okay.
And that is okay, right? Because we're not all the same. We're not going to always feel the same, and we don't have to put ourselves in an emotional box in order to get through the day. We're allowed to feel the way we feel. And so what does that look like as far as acceptance?
Yeah, so really it's about naming it, right? And saying, hey, you know what? We may feel a certain way about this, but we have to accept this change. If it's something we have to accept right now, maybe we can adjust it a little bit. But it's one of those things where we want to say, hey, you know what? We have to accept where we're at, and we have to allow our emotions to come out in a controlled manner, right? And then also get moving with it.
Yeah, there you go. There's nothing to it but to do it, right? Look, we're not trying in 2026, we're doing.
We are.
And even if we fail, that's okay, as long as we did it. Now tell me, we have simple ways, or you have some simple ways or some simple steps that you can act in to ensure that this change is maybe an easier one than it would have been without them. And so you say first to name this transition.
Right. So, I mean, it's what it sounds like, right? We want to name what's going on. We want to say, hey, XYZ is happening, here we go, right? So we want to make sure that we actually name it, we give words to it.
And you say next to lower our expectations. What exactly does that look like?
Let's all be honest. We all like things to be a little perfect or to go the way that we expect it to go in our brain,
and it's hard when it doesn't.
Exactly. So we have to lower our expectations. We have to say, you know what? Maybe I have younger kiddos, so this change isn't going to necessarily go as smoothly as I think it might go. So we want to take our expectations and just lower them a bit.
Okay, so giving grace where it's needed.
Exactly.
I like that. Now, use small rituals instead of big goals. Like I just said at the beginning, we get into the beginning of the year and we want to do all the things new and we want to change our lives overnight. So tell me, how does a small ritual make that difference instead?
So a small ritual is really about consistency. That's all that it is. And so when we take things and we basically break it down, instead of it being this huge overarching goal, right? Like let's say I want to get in shape in 2026. Okay, that's great. But if we're trying to do all of these changes at once, we're going to abandon that pretty quick. So instead, if we take that down and we do it into smaller pieces, it makes it a lot easier.
Yes, more digestible. Okay, you also say to stay curious with each other, with your family. What does that look like?
So really, especially for couples, this is a really big one because it fosters connection. And so curiosity, that's where we get to know people. That's where we get to say, hey, what's going on here? And it's something where, again, if we don't want to have a moment where we're misinterpreting something or somebody said something or there's a text message that came in, guess what? Let's stay curious. Instead of jumping, let's actually ask questions.
Ooh, I like that. Now, and you know what? That's also a really good space, like you said, with your relationship or your partner, to just dive in a little bit deeper. I think we get lost in the sauce of life, right? The kids' schedules and all the things that sometimes you forget to foster your own relationship and what built the family in the first place, right?
Exactly.
So what are the big takeaways? Maybe something that we can enact today to start that change.
So really, you actually said it, right? Giving some grace and having a moment where it's saying it's okay, right? We're okay where we're at. We're okay in the season that we're in. And we have this change that's going on, but let's accept it, okay? Let's just accept where we're at.
Very good. These are such good tips. Tell me where we can find you once more.
So thriveshineco.com or 817-415-0908.
Thank you so much, Kathryn, for being here this morning.